I don't have a choice because I think a lot of this stuff that like when you have something done to your car, the computer needs to reset. Now that the computer, like you can take a code reader and get rid of the code, so that's already been done. But you have to go about 40 miles for the computer to reset. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to put 40 miles on the car. Right now I got 13. So if I could get a little bit more, and then me and Destiny are going someplace tomorrow. Should be another. I don't know. That might be it. That might be enough. So that's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm trying to put some more miles on this because the sooner that I get the inspection done, the better I'm gonna feel. Because it's like, man, it's just like February I start freaking out. Fuck that, the whole year I freak out. Like, how am I gonna get this thing to pass inspection? I'm sort of more, being a little bit more logical about it. The engine light is not on, meaning it's emissions and safety. Okay, so I don't think anything is extremely screwed up on the car, like that would cause a safety issue other than the front tires. That's my main concern. So I don't have my second camera with me, so I can't see if YouTube's working properly, which really blows. And YouTube hasn't been working properly at all. Come on. It's just, it just goes blank and stuff when I'm streaming. It's real annoying. I can't see the chats. I can't, it's just bullshit. So, I mean, if I had my other camera's charging right now. I will say this, that the snow we got last night is real pretty. It is. It looks real pretty, but it's this wet April snow. It's not going to be here very long. I want to go out in the field with Lutsy. It's melting fast, that's for sure. The streets, it didn't stick at all. It's real wet snow in the. I can see in the up this mountain, like there's like. I'm sure it's stressing out the trees because it's real wet. It's real. It almost looks like snow you would use for a. Like if you were doing like a train set or something, like fake snow. It's real fake. Got some snow flying off my car. I think it's almost all off. So I'm gonna go down here to Dandy and I'm gonna check my oil. And what else? Probably, yeah. I guess I'll take the car into this place on Friday. Yeah, it's not coming on. So the cat cleaner I put in, it's made that worked. And the O2 sensor seems to be functioning fine. But I mean, we're talking about a few more days. Something else could make the thing go off. Fascinating, isn't it? What else? I got more art I'm working on that's going in the barn. I'm gonna green screen the barn door, I think, so that could be used too. It's gonna be more now. I was in there, the other night. last night. I mean, it wasn't, as long as I was by the propane heater, I was fine. It was fine. But I mean, this summer will be no problem at all. The only problem will be if I'm working in there at night and a bat's flying around in there and I'm leaving. Well, I will leave. You know, hang out, bat, do whatever you want. Maybe I'll get some sage and smudge it. Smudge the barn. Maybe even just smudge it when the bat's in there. Because I have a feeling a bat's gonna go in there. They do. It's fucking, you know, it's open season. I made that deal. Don't go in my house. You can go in my barn. That's not really a place that I think that they would. They don't really want to roost in there and have their babies. They want like a tight space, or you know, they like an attic like thing. That's, the barn's sort of too open. That's what I think. Don't touch a bat. Definitely don't touch a bat. And during the day, it's a nocturnal animal. So you see one during the day, which I did. I had to get it out of my house. I put leather gloves on. I was so flipped out. So I'm not afraid of any animal, except the bat. The bat sort of flips me out. I'll pick up a possum. I don't care. Whatever. For some reason, bats flip me. Really flip me out. So we'll put a few more miles on the car. You can't start the car and just let the engine run. That won't change the computer. Somebody said it's not a computer. Well, then what is it? Certainly seems like it. There's another name for it, but it certainly behaves like a computer. Stores information, gives you information. What's up? So, let me check my oil. Do I need gas? See, this is what I think. I could be wrong, but it seems like if I leave the stream for whatever reason, it seems like YouTube algorithm senses it and starts making it so it's blank screened, and I can't tell. That's what it appears to be. So, like right now, nobody will be in it. It'll probably go blank. Sucks, man. They don't want me stealing bandwidth or something. I don't know what the problem is. I love YouTube. Why are you doing that to me, YouTube? Oh, I didn't know I had these. It's good to know. Get a little tiny screwdriver for glasses. I don't have another pair of glasses to see. It would even fit. Guess it would. Okay. Here goes. I'll find out if I need oil. I'm gonna go inside. I am taking a mask. Man, I'll tell you something. Buenos dias. The Florida, the judge in Florida, the federal judge in Florida, that like made it so you don't have to wear a mask on transportation. That was not a good idea. You know, that was one of Trump's appointees, and he was just appointing any judge, any person for judgeship, whether they were qualified or not. And there's a nonpartisan organization that like vets those people, and she wasn't qualified, they said. It didn't matter. Man, he tried to make somebody a judge that had never been like any, I think, not even a lawyer. You know, he was just appointing people, just right and left. And in this case, it's not good. Nobody else seemed to, none of the other hundreds of judges did this. And then this one that's unqualified did it. Yeah, no trials, no nothing. And it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make sense why she did it. The whole mask thing, man, really, give me a break. You know, is it really that big of a deal? If you get it, you might not die. But if you have if you're vaccinated, you probably, you know, you can get it and just get sick, right? And that's just a fact. But if you have the vaccine, you don't get as sick, right? So you don't have a bad outcome. But there are people that could have a bad outcome. So you're going to spread it to somebody. It shows like a lack of caring for people. I'll say that you don't care. Like, it's not a big deal. We're not out of this. We are not out of this. It's rising in New York, I'll tell you that. It's gonna mutate. It's gonna mutate again. It's from a freaking bat. It's from a bat. My mortal enemy. A bat. It's a bat disease. What happened? I don't know. Maybe you should watch the news. See what we got going here with the oil. Just a half a quart was needed. That's all. Just a half a quart of oil. Kicking a tree every time I get in this car. That's the way I feel. I gotta run inside and get something for Destiny. I'm at Dandy. I'll be right back. Hang on, I'll be right back. Don't. Where's my mask? Here it is. Don't leave. Don't leave. I came back to get on the stream because I really do. I think that the stream senses if a human's not in it, and then it breaks the thing so that they're not using up bandwidth. That's what I think is going on. Now, it'll sometimes happen anyway, and I don't know what's causing it, but most of the time, if I leave, it just screws up. So I'll be right back. Hang on. I'm back. I got something else, but I'm not gonna hold it up because if they're still watching the stream, then she'll know. I feel weird, sort of. Not really, because I don't really give a damn about people. Well, I do. I care about people, but I don't care what people think of me. It's a fact. I don't care. What the fuck? You don't like me? Tough. Nobody likes me. Who cares? Grow up. But, like, I was the only one with a mask on in there. In this area, come on. I was the only one. It's sort of strange. Like, I sort of feel like everybody else is like the tough guy smoker. You know how when you're young and you're smoking a cigarette, you're like, I'm not afraid to die. That looks like my old van. Show me. They have. Oh, by the way, what's it like being a nurse now? Who's a nurse? Of what he says rambling on? Really? You're offensive. I'm a nurse, so I'm trying to follow. It is weird. But with infections rising, I'll tell you something. This is honest God truth. If I get sick, my job becomes impossible. It becomes really difficult. So, and it's not even my job. Like, there's other animals in the house. It just becomes, like I can't function. So, me wearing a mask and knowing that, the chances are, since the pandemic started, I started wearing a mask and started using hand sanitizer. I haven't gotten a cold. And I would get a couple colds a year. During the winter, please, a couple times. Not once. So, I don't really give a shit. I mean, I don't want to say that I want to wear the mask for the rest of my life. That's not what I'm saying. I'll tell you one thing. I'm using hand sanitizer from now on. Absolutely. There's no reason not to. You go in a store, you touch a bunch of stuff, put some hand sanitizer on. That might keep you from getting a cold. A cold is a coronavirus. COVID, coronavirus. And for any of you guys that don't understand this. Like oh, they rushed the vaccine. No, they didn't. They were working on this for years. They've been working on coronavirus vaccine for years. Okay, so it was rushed and it was tested. It was tested like they would have tested any other thing. So I don't know if you're still holding on to your conspiracy theories, like I'd give them up. There's a whole thing nowadays that like people are, well, there's always been like people have been into conspiracy theories. There was this conspiracy years ago that we didn't land on the moon. We did. You know, people still think that garbage. But it's just nonsense. It's nonsense. People believe what they want to believe. Well, we did get snow, but I'll tell you what, I see green popping up all over. Like another 2 weeks, it's like home free. There's like, tomorrow's 52, then it's 58, then it's 62, then it's 72, then it's 60. So in other words, I need to get seeds. I should probably drive down to Walmart and get seeds, but I'll wait. I'm going to hold off a little bit longer. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow when me and Destiny go out. I'll grab some seeds. I need to put in the early stuff like spinach. Spinach is real early. That shit doesn't grow in the late summer. Don't even try. I've tried. It doesn't do well. Cabbage can go in early. Kale. I need to get kale for sure. Kale's great. I'm debating whether I'm going to get cabbage. Cabbage would be for the bunnies because they just destroy it. I don't care. Whatever. Living outside bunny, you can eat it. I don't care what they eat. This notion that rabbits eat carrots, I don't know. Really? I've never seen a rabbit eat a carrot. Maybe they gnaw off the top or something. Maybe that's what they're talking about, but I've never seen it. But the cabbage? Jesus Christ, they eat it at night. You know, you go out at night, you're gonna see bunnies, you know. They're eating it. They'll eat the cabbage. That you can see. They just gnaw out like it's almost the shape of their head. They gotta eat. Fuck it. I put out hay this winter because they were going after anything that was left when there was snow. There was some kale left. They were eating the kale stalks. They were really, you could tell that they were trying to find stuff to eat. So I put some hay out there. I don't know if they ate it, but I feel like at least I was doing something. I got no problem with it. They, you know, not a problem. There's not too many animals that goats out by the highway. That's not good. There's not too many animals that are, you know, that I have a problem with other than bats. If bats are in my house, sorry, rats, you cannot be in my house. Rats and mice, I'm sorry. And I have no problem with rodents, like zero. I like them. There's no, you know, I've had like pet rodents. I think they're cool. But a wild rat cannot be living in my house, neither can a mouse. I gotta draw the line somewhere, and that's where I draw it. A chipmunk? Come on in, you know. How many are gonna be here? 2? 3? All right, you can stay. Not a problem. If they would come in, that would be fine. But there's a fucking pig out in the front yard of that thing, like a big pot-bellied pig. They seem like they just hibernate, though, you know? So I don't, if they wanted to like not hibernate, I'd feed them sunflower seeds or whatever they want. I've made the offer to whoever that's what I'm thinking. It's me. Don't worry about it. You believe what you want to believe. I think more than likely it's anything other than like what human beings imagine it would be. That's me. So if you want to believe your Christian stuff or whatever, your Islam, whatever, I'm fine with it. I don't care. I don't care if you're involved in a religion that like a lot of wars were started because of. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Like the Crusades, like what the fuck, man? In the name of God, we're gonna do this. How about the Salem witch trials? There you go. There's so many examples of that using Christianity. That's just weird. I am a minister. I am. I'm not the only clergy in the family, too. So all these religions are all sort of the same to me. They are. They're all sort of the same shit. Okay, I'm at 22 miles now, so I'm getting closer. Maybe I'll drive down to the place that I need an inspection and ask him if he can inspect my car on Friday. Oh fuck, the fucking light is on. Oh man, god damn it! Let's see what it is. I'll drive up here, we'll put the code reader on it. God damn it! Man! How is this thing gonna pass inspection, It's not. It's not. I'm not gonna have a car. This sucks, man. Fucking engine light. God damn it. Great. Fucking great. I hope it's a cat. Go get cat cleaner and we'll try that again. Damn it, man. Let's pull over here. I'll check. We'll see what the code is on it. Fuck! How could it be the same O2 sensor? I didn't drive it very long. I drove it 23 miles and the fucking thing's on again. Let's hope it's the cat and I can put cat cleaner in and it'll clear it. I cannot afford to put a new cat in. Fuck. How's this pop, man? See, this is the problem. You drive a piece of shit, and you're gonna fucking have a problem. You're gonna just... Okay, let's see. I feel like Skinny Hulk right now. Let's see what the code is. Catalyst system efficiency below threshold bank. Let's go get cat cleaner. At least it's not the O2 sensor, right? Catalyst system efficiency below threshold bank 1. Okay. This stuff's real expensive. It's like $30 or something. Here, hang on, enter. Let's see, erase codes. Okay. Let's go get cat cleaner, fuck. Can't put a new cat in, there's no way. So I gotta put the cat cleaner in. I gotta drive it till the engine light turns off. So now I'm back at 0. Okay, like I put the cat cleaner in, and then you have to. I definitely have to drive at 40 miles. So I'm back at 0. This shit, like, they act like it's fucking made out of gold or something. It's $30 for this little thing, but it will work cleaning the cat on. I don't know what it does. A new cat for this thing's like fucking $1,300. Last year I was trying to do it, and the place wanted to charge me for the cat, meaning the cat that I'm getting, they weren't even going to give me any money back for it, even though that it's got platinum in it or something. It's worth $300-400. People steal the cat, and they're trying to tell me in this state it's not worth anything, and they have to pay people to take it. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I mean, seriously, what are you talking about? They steal them in New York City, but you're telling me here in this county or wherever, you have to pay them to take. She started right away like, man, I don't know if it's hard to get people to take those things, but we'll try. Oh, okay. So in other words, I'm not going back to that place again. Give me it and I'll go sell it. If that's true, I'm taking it down to Pennsylvania. Rip it off my car and I'll take it down there myself. You lying piece of shit. Okay, so I got about a quarter of a tank in. I think I can put the cat cleaner in right now, and I'm gonna fill it with premium. I don't know if this is gonna do it. This whole fucking stupid car thing is so much stress. Like, it is. It's so fucking stupid. Look. You gotta have one. If you don't have one, you're fucked. I've already think the past, like, what do I do? Right? I don't even know if the Uber's in this area. I don't think it is. Seriously, I think I tried it once when I had the car in the shop and I couldn't get anybody to come from Uber. So the one thing that could be done is food could be delivered. Destiny has a car. It's in better shape than mine. Not that hers doesn't need work. Hers she needs a serpentine belt. The air conditioner. That clutch is screwed up on her AC, so the serpentine belt probably needs to be replaced. You can sort of see. But I mean, hers burns oil too. I don't think hers burns as much oil as mine. I've never had a car that burns this much oil. I had a 78. Is it a 78 or 76? 76 maybe, Buick Regal. That thing never burned oil. Like nothing. Like, it was ugly. But man, you could get on it in that car. That car was like it's a short. It was a 2-door. You could get on that thing. That was like a V8. I love that car. That car was fun to drive. It's real fast. Just the pickup was incredible. Typical American car. Not a muscle car, but pretty fast. You could turn a Buick Regal into something if you wanted to. You know what I don't like are those cars with the big slicks on the back tire, like they're trying to make it look like it's a drag race car or something. It's the ugliest shit I've ever seen. Sorry if you want one. That's a gearhead car. This fucking blows. Well, better that it did it now at 22 miles, right? So, and I think what I'm going to do tomorrow, if it's nice out, I think I'm going to get back underneath the car. I'll put it up on ramps, and I'm going to make sure that the exhaust that I fixed, I'm gonna double it up and put a couple hose clamps down tighter. It works. The guy that put the O2 sensor in, he said, you got exhaust leak. And I said, you mean where I was messing with it? And he said, yeah. He goes, you know, it's not bad. I doubt anybody's going to give you any trouble, you know. He says, but if you want it fixed, you bring it in, I'll fix it. So I'm sure they're talking about welding a piece on. But, you know, at this point with this car, it's just like, I want to put as little into it as possible. There's like, it all just seems like, you know, at any point, it could go, you know? I had to put a new transmission in this thing, which was real fucking, that was a bummer. The other guy was like, you know, it's going to cost you. You sure you want to do this? And I'm like, the devil you know. So it was probably about $3,000 or something. It was an $800 tow, and then at least $3,000, I think. It was rough. It was rough. It was a bad week, bad month. But you know, what can you do? You know, what am I gonna do? Get like a $3,000 car? See my point? $3,000 doesn't get you much, man. So I made the decision to put the tranny in. They rebuilt the transmission, is what they did. It was a fucking bummer. It's a total bummer. If I was like my neighbor David, probably not that big of a deal, but I'm not a mechanic, you know? That guy can do anything. Like, oh, the transmission's out. I'll go to pick apart, pull one off, and then I'll put it on the car. You know, that's not me, man. I can do some things on a car, some things I can't, you know? And there's this whole thing, like, it's the truth. Like, if you're working on your car, you don't know exactly what you're doing, you might cause more problems than like with the O2 sensor. I'm watching people do it. I'm gonna do it, and then everybody's talking about, yeah, they really get stuck in there, you know. And then if you get it stuck and you screw up the threads, then you got to chase those. I'm like, no fucking way, no fucking way, man. I don't know how to do that. I could do it, I guess, but I put brakes on the Chevy Cobalt that I had that was a total piece of crap. It was the only car I ever bought. It was $13,000, like $13,800 or something. It was the only new car I've ever owned. That was the worst car ever. It was a piece of shit. Within 2 months, the engine light came on, and it was on the whole time I had it. It was such a piece of crap. And anyway, to make a long story short, I put the brakes on that thing. My dad said, oh yeah, it's a piece of cake, you know. There are drum brakes on the back. Those are not a piece of cake. For my dad, it was. For me, it was like, oh my God, I got it apart. Now I'm not going to be able to get it back together again. I got it back together again, but it was like, why did I do this? Why did I do this? You know? What? The Chevy Cobalt? Oh, it's such a piece of shit. It was so it was so fucking horrible. You know, it was such a piece of crap. I'm gonna put a mask on again. I'm gonna go get the cat cleaner. I'm gonna read the directions. We're gonna put it in. I'm gonna do it exactly how the directions say. I don't want COVID. Whatever. I'm afraid to die, I admit it. There's nothing. There's nothing, or I have to go to the interior of the sun and hang out with the freaks. That place it's intense up there. It's more intense than here, I'll tell you that. It's the interior of the freaking sun. This is nothing compared to that. Picture hell. That's what it's like. Looks a lot like hell. Oh, no, you didn't. All right. They had a cheaper one for 13. I asked the guy, he goes, man, I don't know. They say the other one works. This is the one that I've used many times, at least the last few years, and it seems to like make it so the cat cleans the cat for the damn thing. So let's read this and I'll do it exactly. Empty containers of bottle into fuel, a quarter full, approximately 4 gallons. Drive normally for 10 to 15 miles, and then refuel. Use 2 to 4 times per year for optimum performance. I guess I'll put it in, huh? It's deadly. It smells. Okay, so if I have to put another one of these in, so be it. So let me change the, okay, so I can keep a track on the miles. Maybe it won't go on. Might go on again once, but I'm gonna go drive to Dandy and I'll fill it up with premium, I guess. It's $27 for that shit. What's so expensive about that stuff? It just smells like something with a lot of ketones in it, that's all. Okay, there's a golden retriever going into the vet's office. Red? No, is that an Irish? I don't know. It's real red golden if it was a golden. Could have been a fat Irish setter. So the, whatever. How about that? Ever heard of that? Whatever. There's no snow here. There's only snow up here in Beaver Dams. There isn't any snow down low. It's probably too warm. Elevation of Beaver Dams is pretty high. I gotta get Lutzy out in the field. I'm waiting for the snow to sort of melt. He could be out there. I just, need him melted a little bit. He's getting it. He's getting it. I'm having him haul ass to me. This is my approach with Lutzy. He's really distracted by birds, right? He's listening to me now, and he likes to run. So I'm using running as positive reinforcement. So I'll put the boy sitting, and then I'll walk down the field a ways, pretty far. And he stays sitting, and he's keeping an eye on me because he knows I'm going to release him. So he knows he's not supposed to move unless I tell him to, right? So then I call him to me. Here. And he hauls ass. I do have a cane with me because he's slamming into my leg and typical bird dog crap, young bird dog. It's sort of like the dog wants to wrestle. Don't ever wrestle with your dog. Don't hand wrestle with your dog. Never do that. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the cane on the leg that he spins the heel on, so that he doesn't bump my leg, he bumps the cane, and it was working like a charm yesterday. Because if he bumps my leg, I might say ow or something, and then he gets something. Same principle as if like a dog, every time a dog bites a human, they get something because the human backs up, so they see that it's effective. I don't want to play with Lutzy like that. I don't want to play with any dog like that. Some of these dogs, super playful. These hunting dogs, that's just sort of how they are. They're great, but you know, they're like any dog, man. It can go south for the dog, you know. And the owner, it's like, so there's not a lot of snow here. Maybe it's melted in the last. I get back down to Beaver Dams and it's sort of gone. That would be awesome. It's temperature's 37. I thought it was supposed to get 50 today. It's not. But the ground is so warm. Like when it snowed, it's not. It didn't stick on the street. It just stuck on the grass. Not even every place. Like there's a part of my garden up front. It's just a big patch. I don't know why it's like that, but it did not. It melted there. I'm not really sure why it's warmer there. Maybe that's over where the you know, there's like a you know, like the whatever, the thingamajig for your toilet, the septic tank. There's like a, what would the term be? There's like these like tubes that go out, for lack of a better term. They're like a pipe with holes in them. I don't know what the term is. But it comes out, so it spreads out your waste from the septic tank. So I'm thinking that that's what that is. I don't even know why I'm talking about these things. I don't know what they're called. And if one of those like collapses, I'm screwed. Okay, so seriously, I'm screwed. Fucking septic system. It's not going to. I just remember when he was putting in the septic, he was telling me about those things. He said, yeah, it goes out in the front of your yard. He said, you know, we might have to replace those because they might be like real rusty. I shouldn't even be talking about this shit. Like, why am I talking about that? It's like I jinx myself. Come and drain it or anything. But I think I have a septic system for like a 4-person house or something. So maybe it'll be a long time before that has to be done. I don't know how those things work. I was a plumber in the Navy. I was working with septic systems. I'll probably figure it out. I think it's all self-explanatory. It's like a holding tank and then those things, whatever they're called, take it out to the front of your yard. I don't know. I'm sure they don't make them. This is true. There's the barn. It was tight on the ground for years. So if there's any water, it would freeze. So I want to make it so that I did use the Matic to try and dig this area out. Jesus Christ, I came in like totally hobbled. Like I could barely walk. And for a couple days, I was thinking that I would have to go to the hospital. It hurt so bad. I was having like a sciatica too, which I've had before. I just didn't know what it was called. Destiny explained it. I didn't know what that was. It's sciatica. So it was a bitch. I know I don't want a back problem. It's too much for me to do. I'd have to call somebody and do that. Plumbing inside, there isn't any. It's like nothing. I could do all that. I could replace all that in a day. It's nothing. It's all copper. It's nothing. Although I do have a filtration system that still isn't hooked up. What are you gonna do? So I gotta get like 15 miles on this thing. Fill it up. I don't know, maybe I'll just go home, drive it later, put gas in it. I bet I won't have problems with my septic tank. You know why? It's because it's so gravelly here. It is. It's like, there's also like veins of sand. Like if you're digging, you find veins of sand. It's real weird. It's like this is an old, I don't know what was running in here. When it was Pangea, I don't know. You know, whatever. Maybe it wasn't even that time. It was like, probably wasn't Pangea. Pangea's when it wasn't even like, it was just one big mass, right? It split. When the dinosaurs were here or something. But it was clear that there was on some kind of river or something. Like the house was built on some kind of river. And this is a valley for sure. We're in a valley. Yeah, see the snow everywhere up here. It sucks. I'm gonna go get gas. 7 miles. Drive down there, drive back. See. I should make an appointment with this guy, I don't think. Snowing again. It's 36 degrees. My stream seems to be working fairly good. Isn't that wonderful? You know what I'm saying? It's sort of pretty. It's also sort of pretty because there's no snow on the road or the side of the road, because that's half the ugliness. It's like when the snow gets nasty, none of that exists. Stop snowing. Okay, I'm at almost 10 miles, so I'm gonna do 15 and fill it up with premium, I guess. Maybe I won't fill it totally up. I'll use premium and I'll put 10 gallons in it or something. Slowing down up here because a lot of temps is up. There's a cop. I don't want a ticket. Not good. I wouldn't just pay it, I'll tell you that. If I did get one. It's not helpful just to pay it. Better off giving your money to a lawyer, give them $350 or something. Your insurance goes up. You give it to the lawyer and then what they do is they keep going back to court. They got a month. They got stacks of tickets, and they go daily and keep just putting it off until they drop it. So you're not guilty when you just get the ticket. You're guilty if you pay it. So I haven't had a ticket in years, but that is probably the approach I would take. I don't want one, so I'm not gonna get one. Really a fast driver, because I could get a ticket if I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, we're at 11 miles. So I'll go down the road a bit, and then I'll come back, go to Dandy, put some premium in it, and hope. If I have to put another bottle of the cat cleaner in, I will. Clearly it's not too bad, it just came back on. So I'd used 2 bottles beforehand. So maybe it sort of cleaned a little bit and it's just screwing up again. I don't want to put a new cat in. I don't know why it has platinum in there. Somebody explain that to me. Where's that come from? The platinum. Is it made with that? Is that part of the cat? Platinum? Or is it like sucking that out of like, I don't know. You used to put lead in gasoline. Used to put lead in everything. Lead was in paint. My dad said that the lead paint worked for PBG. He said, yeah, it worked great. He said it worked real good. I think there's lead still in some paint, like maybe in car paint. Not house paint, though. Red's one of your more toxic paints because it's got cadmium. Okay, now it's hailing. Maybe. If it would rain, it'd be great. It would melt the snow. Get out there in the field. No, well, it's a combination of hail and rain. Good. But I'll tell you, we've been watching that Girls Next Door. They seem so normal, right? It's sort of clear that Holly Madison loves Hugh Hefner, right? I just don't understand this like 3-girl thing, like. How can she love him when he's like really serious with her doing like some weird shit? Like, it just takes it to this level of like really base level. How can she keep talking about getting married to Hef when on Friday and Saturday they're going up to Hef's room? It's like all 3 of them. That's what Destiny says. Yeah. She's, she's read about them and all that shit. Like she knows a lot of information on them. She follows 2 of them on YouTube. She's probably right. But it just seems weird, man. Really? Come on. One, he's old, so you would think that he would have gotten past that point of like, yeah, really, I gotta have 3 girlfriends or something, or like free love, that kind of attitude. I mean, you would think they would be past that, but it sounds like he's not. Like he never got past it. Bridget seems very normal. Holly Madison doesn't seem abnormal. This seems sort of nice. Kendra, dude, oh my god, what is she doing there? You know, like I could see why I would be attracted to Holly or Bridget. They're sort of nice, seems sort of normal. Kendra, no one talk bad about her, but I don't get it. Well, thank you. Whatever. I don't have my glasses on, but thank you. I appreciate it. Just paid for part of the cat cleaner. Yeah, you know, like I don't want to talk bad about Holly Madison. Or not Holly Madison, but Bridget. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know why they're doing that. If it really did happen. Oh, look at that. Thank you. I might turn around. I'll see who did this, but I appreciate it. You know, it's just, you know what the problem was with Bridget, for me, she's sort of brash, and she's always like flashing people. You know, I'm thinking like, why is Hef putting up with this? It's like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't really have any problem with flashing, but it's like, it just reminds me of Girls Gone Wild. It's like, ooh, man, what are you doing? You know, it's embarrassing. You know, like, I don't know. The other two aren't doing that. I guess that's why she's there, is because she's the scam. You know? Oh, she's so crazy or something. She is young, but she just seems too young too. But no, she's not. You know, not my favorite. I'll tell you that. I like I like Holly and Bridget equally, about the same. They seem pretty normal. Just Kendra, it's just like, oh, come on, man, what are you doing? Hang on, let me see. Do you mind me asking what kind of raven Sam is? Yeah, he's a brown neck pied crow. Thank you, Pollyanna Forever and Penubra. Thanks a lot. Yeah, he's a brown neck raven pied crow. It's a hybrid. We're not done with that. We're not done with that reality show. There's the twins are coming up, which I find that real weird. You know, I just find it real strange. Like, why? There's people do weird things. Like, I don't know what their deal is. This one, Destiny hasn't watched those. She stopped watching those, so we don't really know what to expect. So I'm sort of looking forward to that. Hang on, I gotta take a leak. Wow, there's a lot of green. Now, Destiny told me that some of those girls lay a boy. which I believe because so I could see a lot of the behavior, but I don't see Holly and Bridget as like super screwed up, and to be perfectly honest, playmates that are talking about it. Like, you know, didn't really tell stories about Half after he's dead that sound pretty horrible. I mean, in that one, I don't know what that show's called, but in that one, there was like, wait a minute, what did I just hear? You know, like really outrageous stuff. Okay, I got 17 miles on, so go get gas in this thing. Put premium in, hope for the best. You know, it's like the twins. The twins are sort of interesting. Clearly, there's something wrong because they're so heavy. You know, they put on so much weight. You can't. They're morbidly obese, you know. So there's obviously something's wrong, and could it have something to do with time staying at the mansion? It certainly could, from what it sounds like. You know, I mean, come on, man. Leave the girls alone. Come on, the twins. Why you gotta fucking make them into like your sort of disappointing? Back when it was going on, I never believed any of it. I'm still having trouble believing any of it. Like, what part of it is real? What part of it, like Kendra, like, you know, is she really like flashing everybody on her own? Or, oh good, the eagle's nest, they're back. It's a hawk. Are they saying, hey Kendra, you know, let's spice this up a little bit, go flash, you know, the workman or something? I don't know. Clearly Holly Madison and Bridget weren't like that at all. You know, there's a thing when they're in France and Holly's getting her picture taken with like these like, no, they're not in France, maybe they're in Italy, and she's getting her picture taken with these guys in Roman gear, and one of the guys just picks her up without asking, you know, like holds her like that, and like you could see her underwear, and she was like concerned about it. You know, she is modest to a point, which sort of makes sense. You know, like somebody might not like, somebody's not uptight, right? Meaning like they would get their picture taken at Playboy, but you know, that doesn't mean that they're an exhibitionist. That's sort of what I get. Like maybe Kendra's an exhibitionist or something. I don't know. Who knows? I think a lot of people that do that are just sort of like walking around naked or like an exhibitionist. I mean, there's times in that show where it's just like it changing, and the camera people are there and they just block it out. I don't know. Wish there was more good stuff on TV to watch. It's sort of interesting because I remember when it was going on, I just never believed it. Like, come on. 3 girlfriends, please. But then they're all saying that's how it was, sort of, you know. And he's gone, so they could say it was all BS. That's not what they're saying. You know. I can't imagine. Like, I mean, doesn't everybody want love? Like, if you say that you don't want love, you'd be a liar, right? But can you really can you love 3 people? Can you be in like that kind of relationship? Clearly there's some Mormon people in Arizona that have multiple wives. I don't know. It just seems like it'd get sort of confusing and like, I don't know, just pretty conservative when it all boils down to it. I'm a bore. What am I gonna say? I remember when that company started going downhill, it was like with the invention of the internet, clearly wasn't needed. There's those 3 magazines that were, there were 4. There was Playboy, Hustler, Penthouse, and We. And the only one that was sort of classy, but classy girls, was Playboy. Hustler and Penthouse were just... Hustler was raunch. Penthouse was less raunch. And We, I don't know if I remember. I can't remember. I never looked. Somebody showed me a couple other ones, and I was like, oh, really? That's interesting. You could see them at the store, and they'd be covered. Like, they'd be behind the counter, because they'd be afraid kids would rip them off. I think most of the people had those sent to their house. It's pretty amazing how much money the guy made. Sounds like he lost a lot, too. Okay, so we're at 22 miles. Let's put some gas in here. Hope for the best. The engine light has to be off for 40 miles before I take it. It's 22 miles. I think this counts. I'm not going to totally fill it up because it's got a big tank. Alright. Put premium in this. $4.65 a gallon for the premium. Tell you who else was an interesting character on that show. It's Bridget's mom. She got plastic surgery, and they showed her right out of surgery. Wow. Wow. Why would anybody do that? That's too much pain, man. It looked painful. She got everything done too. Facelift. She got some bolt-ons. She looked totally different. Totally different. She got a nose job. She didn't have a bad nose. It's a nose. She clearly wanted a small, pointier nose. Not like mine. God, is it really worth it? Doesn't seem like it to me. I'll put 10 gallons in here. It's 46 bucks. No, hang on. Maybe I'm not gonna put 10 in. I'll put 8. This is the most gas I've put in this car lately because it's so expensive. I can't imagine going and getting elective surgery like that. Oh yeah, put me through pain so I look better. Look, better is a relative term. Should be like, put me through pain so I look different. It's only how she perceived herself. She looked fine. She should have gotten a haircut. Should have spent her money on a better haircut or something. You know? Don't go into some place, a hairstylist, and say, yeah, I want to have a helmet haircut. So that is what they'll give you. You want to look like Tweaky from Buck Rogers, whatever that robot's name was. It's Tweaky, right? I never really watched that show. Logan's Run. Remember that show, Logan's Run? Or was that a movie? It was a movie and they tried to turn it into a show, I think. Okay. All right. Come on, cat cleaner. Do your job. Her mom, Bridget's mom, really sort of insecure. Like, in a big way. Sort of like Bridget was. Bridget was really insecure about stuff. Like, you know, like, you could tell, like, she didn't, you know, she's not from a wealthy family or wealthy area. You know, sort of unsophisticated, Bridget. That's how I would describe her. Like, not real sophisticated. She's not gonna, I doubt that she wanted to eat the beluga caviar. You know what I'm saying? She's not gonna try that. There's no way. Which is pretty good if you like fish. If you like fish, you probably like it because it's sort of fishy and salty. It's pretty good. Maybe it's an acquired taste. I'm not sure. I used to buy the just cheap black caviar. I like that. That's pretty good. The real cheap stuff. It's pretty tasty. I like it. Don't like the red. Don't like the red caviar. But what was I thinking? Oh yeah, her mom was totally insecure. Like they did one show where they came to the Bridget's house where she grew up. Not Bridget, Kendra, and her mom. Like it sounds like they gave her mom. I'm sure her mom was like, "No, you can't come here. The furniture looks terrible." Blah blah blah. I'm sure that they said, "Hey, don't worry about it. We're gonna give you some money. You get your house fixed up, and we'll do it." So that's what she did. She said, "This is all new furniture." So she got it fixed up. It's definitely not my style, you know. But like somebody brought her a bottle of champagne or something or brut. I don't know what it was. She was flipped out. Like, I don't even have glasses for this. You know, like just put it in any glass. It doesn't have to be a champagne glass. Are you kidding me? Like, that is a confident person. You know, like, here, I got juice glasses or mason, I got small mason jars, let's use that. No problem. But this, like, sort of like, you know, she's apologizing for everything. It just comes off like super insecure. Like, who gives a shit, you know? I don't know. One thing is clear, though. I think that, well, she sort of made it clear on the show that she was interested in half. She said something like, you know, if my daughter wasn't dating you, I'd be up there. All you need to do is give me a call. Something to that effect. That's not verbatim. That's like paraphrasing the whole damn thing, but it was pretty clear that she would have been queen for a day for sure. I think about those girls doing that. Like, I know it seemed like an opportunity and everything, but I don't know, man. At a point, you're not going to be able to rely upon your looks and everything, and they're sort of like put themselves in this position of like that's all they have. Like, which clearly they had more than that. It seemed like Holly was like artistic. Was it Bridget or both of them? I can't remember. I think both of them were sort of artistic. Kendra, I don't know. She's good at sports. Clearly, that's the first thing that you notice with that woman. Is like, you know, oh look, they have the jock living with them. We were watching Raised by Wolves, but it was on, what was that, HBO Max? And the free trial ran out. I was sort of liking it. There were times that I'd be watching it, and like I'd be like, oh, this sucks. And then all of a sudden I'd do some crazy ass shit. Like, you know, for like a TV show that's science fiction, it wasn't half bad. Tried watching Billions or whatever. I couldn't get through it. I think Destiny was the same way. Like, okay, it looks like some of the snow melted. I gotta get Lutzy out in the field for sure. I'll put on rubber shoes so my feet don't get soaked. He can walk around in the snow. He's gonna have to. I gotta get him out there. Gotta stay on target with him. Making headway now. I'm taking the cane with me again, I'll tell you that. I'll charge this up. When I get back, I'll live stream what I'm doing with him. People can sort of figure it out. Like when I say running for positive reinforcement, I really mean that. Running is positive reinforcement. I don't even have to say good. A lot of times you're saying good or good boy, it excites the dog too much, so don't do it. The command itself can be positive reinforcement. The door, walking through a door is a point of positive reinforcement. That's why you want them calm and sitting before they go outside. If you don't do that, you're screwing up. Yeah, I think some of those girls were sort of screwed up. Destiny said this one did porn or something, and I think it was before she became a Playboy, and then some of the girls found out and wanted her out because they didn't want to be associated with porn. Don't blame them. I don't. I don't really have a problem with porn, but I mean, God, if it was somebody I knew, I'd be like, nah, it's not a real good idea. Don't do it. That's not really a good offer. Hold out. Hold out for something better. It might not be as... It's not much money. I know somebody that was involved. Was a director in porn. It was a female. And, you know, we were quizzing her one day on, like, how much people... You don't make that much money. You know, she said most of the girls were tweakers. This was maybe 10 or 15 years ago. She said, yeah, they don't make that much. Women make more than the guy. Women will make $1,200 or something. $1,500 for a porn movie. Is that worth it? It doesn't seem like it to me. You know, you're sort of like, I don't know. They want you to do something in it that's just like, it's not like Playboy, you know. Anyway, all right, let me go charge this thing, chat and everything. Let me go get everything charged up. Yeah, it looks like it's melted. Okay, see you in a bit.